Ready?
On play action, Lance. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. The Dolphins at 13-3 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Ready?
On 3rd down, H.M. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A tackle made by Dorian Williams. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season, but boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Jackson. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Play action. Now Jackson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Lance looking to change it up.
60 red. 60 red. Watch out. Go pink. Red. Yellow. Hut.
Now Achane on first and 10. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10.
45. White. Blue. Go. Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10.
Hey, red. Red. You. Yellow. Set.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, third and 10.
95. Set.
Here's Lance. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 21st touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. The CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You made me forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to...
A great play there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together.
Black Ultra. Ready?
And Lance now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give them big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Green Jack. Ready?
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now play fake. Lance. Open man, that's Felton. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ty Felton with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Trevor Etienne, 38 yards. And the Texans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on the field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
6, mega. Let's ready.
To throw, it's Lance. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Black. Yellow. 22. Black ultra.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Okay, right. Red, yellow. Set. 45, ready.
And Lance going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Slide 52 blue. Ready.
Now Lance. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Y'all gotta fuck my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk about range. Don't touch the matrix. Got that touch my savior. Keep it up, touch my
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
10 seconds.
Lance, he's going to change the play.
95. Hey, you. Green Jack.
Up the middle, H.M.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just always...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Will Anderson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. When I can butcher either pink or brown.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far.
Down.
This is 3rd and 16.
38.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go. 10 black.
A run straight ahead with H.M. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon H.M. with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but takes it all the way into the end zone.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
Now it's Jackson. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd down and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Jackson will throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Screenplay, here's ETN.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Jackson now.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down.
And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. On play action, Lance. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, back to Achane.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a
handoff as they run left side. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ryan Brzee, the man to bring him down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Zoom black. 45, white. Will green.
Lance looking to throw it. From across his body, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Partner, I think this would want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking to have a 1st and goal.
Hey, report.
The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Two yards to go, second down.
Come on.
Throwing now is Lance. Now he's going to step up and run. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, third and 2.
Set, ready, white, yellow.
Here's Lance to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Black Ultra. Red, hey, blue, green jack, black, 95.
Here's Lance. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try to limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Blaster, 6. Hey, red, blue, striker. Rail, yellow, drill, green. Ready.
Lance now to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At at the 23-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. This 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now a play fake. Lance. Throw caught by Achane. 7 yards there and a first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
Ready?
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
13. Hey, report. Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Hey, shot.
To throw is Jackson. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And the last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
No, we changed it.
Here's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Play action. Now Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Second and goal from the 1. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Trevor Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tightrope. The throw left side hauled in by Lane. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
13 yards 52. On the play. That's another Dolphins first down.
Again, it's Achane. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10.
Ready.
Now Lance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 10-yard line.
Needle blue.
Achane gets it from the gun.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
A big play in this football game. Third down and 1.
Go pink. Red, yellow.
Lance back to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
No, we changed it.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for Houston, they do get the victory that pushes them over 500 for the season as they finish at 9-8.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Miami,
they fall for just the 4th time all season as they will finish 13-4.
and now they'll have to see how the final playoff picture will all shake out. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.